What's up, guys? So today we're going to be talking about how to get good at Rust. So, if you've never played Rust, it's basically like a post-apocalyptic game, but it's not like DayZ, okay, where it's like sort of modern and all the guns are like sort of military grade or something. And it's not as realistic and not really, well, yes, it's very exploration based, but not as exploration based as DayZ, because in DayZ, if you want to get something, you have to search for hours to get it. In Rust, if you want to get something, you can work hard for it, but you don't have to look around the entire map to find it, because there are things called blueprints in Rust. You can make your guns, you can make your food, all of that kind of stuff. You can make your clothes, you can basically make everything that you need to survive in Rust. And they are all based around blueprints. What blueprints are is they are found in like sort of points of interest on the map, and you can gather them up, and if you learn them, it's a new thing that you can craft. So you start off with some things that you can craft. They're pretty handy. You can craft like the sort of animal skin clothes, but why would you do that when you can make like hoodies and pants and like jeans and stuff? Now you may not have enough cloth to make the more modern kind of clothes, but if you do, don't make the animal skin clothes. Make the modern clothes. They look much better. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how to get good at Rust. So first off, if it's your first time playing Rust, I would recommend to go on to a modded server that doesn't have many people on it, okay? Once you're ready, you can tell the owner to try to get more people, or you can invite friends or something, and they can invite their friends, and you don't necessarily have to base together. But once you're ready, you can get more, you can try to get more people on the game, so you can have a little bit more fun raiding and stuff. But anyway, your first night on a modded server without anyone, or at least with a couple people, should really go like this. You use your kits, you build a decent base, and you get off, you build a decent base, you scavenge for a little while, you maybe get a cool gun or something, and then you get off the game. Your second day should basically be just scavenging, going to the points of interest, looking for players that might have something, but in the server that you're playing on, you probably won't. Yeah, burp. Yes. But knowing the map or the server that you're gonna play on, there wouldn't be too many players on, and even if there were, you probably wouldn't have super good gear. So, anyway, you just want to keep scavenging until you can find something that will keep you safe. Like, they added a new semi-automatic rifle, which is, if you played Rust, you probably know what an AK is and a bolty is. The AK is like the main gun that's used. It's like the assault rifle. The bolty is like the sniper, and they also added some new scopes, which is nice. The semi-auto kind of fills in that gap between the AK and the bolty, because most new players can't just find an AK on the first day unless you're Houdini, and they can't really find a bolty, and you don't even have to be Houdini to do that, because bolties are pretty rare. Anyway, the semi-automatic fills in that gap. It has the ammo capacity of the AK. It doesn't have 30 bullets, but it holds like 15, which is half, but it's still good. And it has the damage and semi-automatic of a bolty, of bolty. And it's just overall pretty good. I use it for assaults, snipes. I usually use I use the semi-automatic rifle over the bolt action for like assassinations or something like that, just quick kills, because you can just fire off so many rounds with it, and very quickly. Plus you can put the scope on it. So if you find something like a semi-automatic rifle blueprint, you're good for a while. You are good for a while, okay? You just want to get your base set up more, because once you have that kind of stuff, you'll become better. And when you become better, you'll be more of a high value target. Like, if you're like the best player on the server, there will be so many people that want to kill you. I'm on the server before. I was one of the best players on the server, and I hid my base half the time, because like every second I'd hear people outside yelling, "We're gonna come get you, don't worry." So I got kind of scared, so I stayed in my base for a little while. But one day I got so pissed off that I literally looked out my window, and I was like, I saw a big group coming over the hill. One of the guys was holding some C4, and there were like 2 guys with rocket launchers. So I just got my semi-automatic rifle, shot them all down. It was a fail raid. But anyway, yeah, once you get to be like that, that's when the people could come on. But once you have that semi-automatic rifle blueprint, you're good. Now, if you get anything better than that, yes, you're good. But if you get something like that, or maybe like a revolver blueprint, once you get a blueprint for a gun, that will keep you safe for a little while. You should be okay. If you get a Thompson blueprint, that's great, because pistol bullets aren't very hard to find, and the blueprint for them isn't either. But yeah, once you have that, your main goal is to keep your base secure and keep yourself safe in your base, because you don't want to leave your base to go scavenging and just come back, your entire base destroyed, all your loot gone. You want to come back to your base intact. I've had that happen to me so many times. I go out scavenging because I knew, like, I was in my base and I saw something in the woods. So I looked in the woods and nothing was there. And I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird. I don't know. Might be a player out there. And I saw it again. So I was like, I guess that's kind of weird. So I went out scavenging, and I stayed pretty close to my base. I didn't want to go too far because that kind of freaked me out, because I didn't want to just get raided while I was gone. And I came back, saw the guy run away. I shot him, but most of the loot was already back at his base. So yeah, you don't want that to happen to you. But anyway, once you have that semi-automatic blueprint, you're good, okay? You just want to keep scavenging and keep trying to get more stuff, okay? So let's say that you finally get some really cool stuff, and you're like, you're pretty geared for a while. That's when you want to start inviting the players. So that's when you start having fun. Once the players start coming in, that's when you want to start trying to get C4 blueprint, or just buying C4 from other players with like high quality metal. But yeah, once the players start coming in, you want to get C4, rocket launchers, rockets, and HQM. HQM is like the national Rust currency. If you want to buy something, you're most likely going to be paying for it with HQM, and lots of it. So you want to start getting lots of HQM, C4, rocket launchers, and rockets. Preferably HV rockets, but those are pretty hard to find. So regular rockets are fine, and we'll just have to get a little closer to what you're shooting at, because the regular rockets have bad bullet drop. Like, they'll go like 10 feet through the air and they'll just whoop, go right down. But anyway, once you have that, you can go out raiding. So that's really how you get good at Rust. You just scavenge, raid. You'll get better and better and better. And after scavenging and raiding for a while, you'll notice that your hours on Rust have gone way up, because Rust is fun. It's an addicting game. I almost have 500 hours, and I don't feel very good about that, but yeah. It's a very fun game. If you play with your friends, it's even more fun, but playing it solo is just as fun. It's just a little harder. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, so I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!